Welcome to stage 5 of the Giro d'Italia from Toronto to Viggiano. And we're looking at our lone breakaway rider here, Diana Stephenson. She's been on her own the entire stage, winning both categorized climbs and the intermediate sprint, but her lead is down to less than a minute. She must be very tired now, riding in the wind for so long, but a productive day out because she's now tied for the lead in the King of the Mountains competition, or Queen of the Mountains if she gets the tiebreak, because she is even on points with Elijah Johnson of Castelli, and one of those two will be the new leader of that competition tonight. But we don't know which one because there's some interesting tiebreakers involved, and I don't know entirely how that works, so we will not know until the end of the stage. In the meantime, some teams showing interest in winning the stage. Futura Forestall, Castelli, and Natalia doing most of the chasing. Here is the sprinter Kitetsu. She's the top sprinter for Futura Forestall, but today being a faithful teammate to some of the other riders. So I think Jonathan Kaiser and Jamal Safari may be a better chance of winning than she does today. So that's the mark of a great team. The riders know their role and are willing to sacrifice themselves to help somebody else on any given stage. And Natalia is one such team. As a team, they're very strong. They just haven't gotten a lot of big results this season, but they're a team that's always near the front of the pack, and here they are today with a number of options. They've got Blaise Robillard, who's actually doing a lot of the pacemaking here, so maybe it's not for Robillard today. Maybe it's for Rodolfo Lucci, their puncher, or Kelvin Moore, their stage race leader, who we expect to fight for a top 10 finish overall. There is Lucci, a very exciting and entertaining rider. He loves to attack. He also happens to get a lot of flat tires. So we've seen a lot of Lucci this season, but it's the first time we've seen him in the Giro, and hopefully not the last. We expect him to be very active as we get into the hills and into the mountains. But we're approaching the base of the climb now up to Viggiano. Climb just over 7 kilometers long, and it averages only 4%, and it never gets very steep at all. So the climbers and elite punchers, it's not hard enough to make a big difference, and we'll see if some of the sprinters can get up here and contest that stage win. And Castelli, Natalia, Futura Forestall, they're still in control. Sismic have riders up here as well. This could be for Laura Duverne, or even Miroslav Kosher if he can stay near the front. See Johnny Valters, the Maglia Rosa, still near the front of this group, but he's already under a bit of pressure. See him getting out of the saddle when other riders just happy to sit in the saddle and pedal. So I don't think Valters is going to be near the front here. He's going to have to work very hard to defend his lead, but already under 3Ks to go. And some of the climbers starting to amass near the front. Now I think this work by Robillard and Udebaya is for Rodolfo Lucci, but he's not near enough to the front of this group. And we're near to the Flamme Rouge. Oh, there's Germuni of Valnor. He's a very fast finisher. And Robillard's just going to go for it with or without Rodolfo Lucci. So is Udebaya. The Natalia 1-2 is contesting the stage win here. And it's not their team leader. A Futura Forestall rider there is not going to catch them, and Robillard, well, it's not how they drew it up, but they've gotten a great stage win with Blaise Robillard, and Udebaya is going to claim second for a 1-2 for Natalia. And Rodolfo Lucci, who presumably was the rider they were trying to get the win today, comes through in 5th place. So 3 riders in the top 5 for Natalia. I don't know how many times that's happened this season, but it can't be very many at all. And Natalia really needed that boost because they've been slipping in the team standings. They are about mid-table for much of the year, but in recent races they've gone down into 10th place. So a real reversal of fortune is needed, and maybe this is the spark that they needed. Jamal Safari was that Futura Forestall rider in 3rd place. Some of the poor climbers getting dropped today. But we'll go ahead and take a look at the stage results now, and also to see if Johnny Valters managed to keep his lead. The winner of the stage, Blaise Robillard, the sprinter for Natalia. He has not gotten many results this season, but this is a big one. At last, a victory for the French sprinter. Josephine Udebaya in second place for Natalia as well, Jem Al-Safari in third for Pichua Forrestal, Luis Sancho fourth for AlphaTauri. First we've called his name in this Giro and certainly won't be the last, and Rodolfo Lucci in fifth for Natalia, capping off 3 riders inside the top 5. Some of the other long-term contenders to win the pink jersey overall, like Hippolyte Tutin, Manuel Navarro, and Chongling Shen, also getting up inside the top 10. And it appears that all of the big favorites for the Maglia Rosa have finished in the same group. And we'll look at the GC now to see if Johnny Vouchers has kept his lead or if one of the Kyoto riders has overhauled him. And it seems that Johnny Vouchers in fact has finished with the main peloton in the same time. So he was not at the front of the race, but he was close enough. So he will keep his lead by 12 seconds over the rest of the Kyoto team. Rovell Nagase remains in 10th place. In fact, there's really no change at all inside the top 50 or so riders. And Vouchers will also keep his lead in the points classification. In fact, he's extended his lead because of the intermediate sprint out on the course. The rest of the riders in the top 5 pretty much unchanged there. And in the King of the Mountains competition, Elijah Johnson of Castelli by some tiebreaker is the new leader, even on points with Diana Stephenson. And that's really unfortunate for Stephenson because she worked so hard to get those points today, being in the break all by herself, and she has no jersey to show for it. So I think she'll try again on another stage. She really deserved to take the lead. Sometimes the tie breaks do not go your way. No change in the team classification. Kyoto still leads. Could stay like that until the mountains show up on stage 8. So that is the first stage where real big time gaps will start to emerge. So an unexpected finish in terms of what Natalia drew up, but have gotten a great win today, and I think Will be pleased that the team is finally getting another big victory. See if they can keep it up on stage 6 tomorrow. It's another uphill sprint. The punchers certainly come out and try and make a difference. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.